Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode.
You know, it is very humid here in Sydney at the moment. Like, I was walking around yesterday morning and sweat was pouring off me. And it was actually funny because I was like, oh wow, you must be burning a lot of calories since you're sweating so much. And I was like, what do you mean? Well, like, you know, when you sweat, you actually burn calories. And that's actually a funny thing because a lot of people think that you lose, like, you know, the amount you sweat determines how much calories you burn. And that is not the point at all. Like, that actually really has no effect on how many calories you burn, because everyone is different. Especially what you're going to notice is if you're like, you know, British or English or anything like that, and you come over here, you will do like 2 to 5 minutes working out and you will start to sweat. My biggest sweaters are my English clients or my clients who are from like over near Canada, right? Actually, no, he doesn't sweat as much as my English clients. So we all have different sweat receptors. And I know this is a bit of a tangent and there's really no point in this bit, but just saying, sweating does not affect how many calories you burn. Zero effect. Just want you to remember that. If you're sweating, you're like, wow, I must be burning heaps of calories. That is a negative. I'm sorry to say it. I know it sucks. But actually, you know what? It would suck less for me because I don't sweat as much. Like I said, because it was humid it was, but in general, I just don't. And so, kind of glad that's the case, because otherwise, I'd be moving back up to Townsville. So anyways, back onto what I wanted to talk about today. Today's topic, what I wanted to focus on for you, was talking about when it comes to tracking your food, why I talk about tracking your food. Why should you track your calories? Why should you track your macronutrients? I talk about it all the time. I've talked about how many calories you need. So it's like, Tyson, why the fuck are you telling me to track my calories? And there's a good reason for it, which I want to go into today. Actually, there are multiple good reasons for it, which is why I like doing it so much. But the first thing I want to say is that you don't have to do this forever. Tracking your food, tracking your calories is a tool to help you bring awareness as to how much you're eating, calories, protein, fats, carbs, all those things. It helps bring awareness into all of that, because you have no fucking idea right now what fats are, what protein is, what carbohydrates are, any of that stuff. And it's just because you don't know. It's like you don't have the education, and that's why when you start to track your food, when you start to use MyFitnessPal, you start to know, oh, that's what a protein is, oh, that's what carbohydrates are, oh, that's what fats are, or like this is a combination. Because until you know, when I say eat more protein, some people think fruits are protein, some people think that mushrooms are high in protein. And when you start tracking, you're gonna have the power to know what foods are high in protein, what foods aren't high in protein, what foods people tell you are good for you and they're actually pretty high in calories, and what people are saying they're bad for you and they're pretty low in calories. And I've actually started to notice this more on Instagram. You will see fitness pages post up, you know, if you're like, oh my god, that cookie is junk food. That cookie's only 50 calories, right? That's less than 10 almonds, that cookie. And when you start to track almonds, you're like, holy shit. One client said to me, he goes, wow, 100 grams of macadamias is 800 calories? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, he was like so blown away. I was like, yes. He goes, he's like, I thought these were healthy. I'm like, they are healthy, but just because they're healthy doesn't mean they're not low in calories, and just because they're healthy doesn't mean they're going to help you lose weight. Like, it still comes down to a factor of, if you're eating too many calories, you're not going to lose weight, which will be for another topic about talking healthy. If eating healthy is just, you can lose weight eating healthy. But going back to my point is like tracking calories, right? And all of a sudden you start tracking, oh, you know, I'm having 2 handfuls of almonds a day, and you decide to weigh those almonds, and you're like, holy shit, I'm eating 500 or 800 calories of almonds a day. No wonder I can't lose weight. You reduce your almond intake, all of a sudden you're able to lose weight. And it's now because you have the knowledge and the power to take action to change that, because now you have awareness. But before, you didn't have awareness. And this is going to help you also think about, okay, like, this is where junk food comes in, right? You're like, oh, I can't have that, that'll make me fat, this will make me fat. Yesterday I talked to a client, I said, have you eaten today? He goes, no. I'm like, dude, it's like 1 p.m, which is like, you know, I'll intentionally not eat till 1 p.m, because I do intermittent fasting, and I force myself not to eat till 1 p.m. But for him, like, it's not like he intentionally does it, he just fasts till 1 p.m. just cause. And I was like, dude, it's fucking 1 p.m, why haven't you eaten? He goes, oh, actually, that's a lie. He goes, I have eaten. I was like, oh, okay, what have you eaten? He goes, I don't want to tell you. I was like, what? What did you scoff down? I was like, because my big thing is like, okay, if you overeat, big whoop, you fucking overeat. Like, I do it. I can't berate people because they've overeaten. Like, that's fucking terrible. We're just going to try and put in practices to change that. So like, dude, you know me, I'm not going to berate you, I never do. And he goes, I had a red velvet cupcake with my tea. And I was like, well, how big is a cupcake? And it was one of those, if you could imagine, like, you know, you get them from Waters and Coles and stuff like that, those real mini cupcakes. And I was like, you had one of those small mini cupcakes? He goes, yeah, I know, it's so bad. And I'm like, do you know how many calories are in that? He's like, no. I'm like, about 100 calories. He's like, I know. He's like, don't tell me that, because I'll eat more. I'm like, no, because if you eat more, they will add up to over. You know, it's very easy to eat 10 of those cupcakes, and that's when the calories add up. By one cupcake, 100 calories. I'm like, dude, if you track that in your food, that is nothing. Like, that is hardly anything in your day. And you can still, you know, for the rest of the day, you can still stick to the rest of your calories. And so when you do that, when you start to go, oh, you know, let's say you eat a bad food, right? Yeah, fuck, I just ate some Oreos. I ate 3 Oreos, I feel so bad. Then you track that in MyFitnessPal and you're like, oh, that was 210 calories. Oh, I still stayed under my calories for the day. All of a sudden, you have the power to make better choices when it comes to food, and to not feel guilty when you eat quote unquote junk food. Because everyone's like, oh fuck, this junk food's gonna make you fat. Yeah, certain junk foods are higher in calories. A lot of junk food is higher in calories than healthy foods. But it doesn't mean that it's gonna make you fat. As long as you start to track it and you're like, oh, actually, I can have 2 slices of pizza today. Whoa, okay, cool. You have some carbs and some fats and you have 2 slices of pizza. That's awesome. And this is why tracking calories becomes so much easier, because you don't have to lose weight tracking calories, right? You know, like people who do it all the time, they naturally just go, you know what, I'm going to focus on eating a little bit less. I'm going to reduce my portion sizes. I'm going to move more. Those people are assholes because I can't do that. People just naturally do it, which is awesome. But tracking your calories, if you're someone who can't do that, like I can't, you start to track your calories and all of a sudden you realize, oh, I can still have this, I can still have that. Oh, this actually isn't as bad. Oh, I didn't ruin my diet today. I only went 200 calories over, which is fucking nothing. That's awesome. That gives you the power to be able to still enjoy yourself, to be able to still have those foods you like. And that's why I talk about the 80-20 rule. 80% of your diet is whole nutritious foods, 20% of your diet is quote unquote junk food. And if you can fit 20% of your diet into that area, you know, a piece of pizza, a couple pieces of chocolate, whatever it's going to be, that's going to help you stay on track for the long run. Now, I'm going to say this right now. One of the hardest things to do when it comes to tracking quote unquote junk food is cake. That is just fucking really high in calories. Like, you can get a slice of mud cake for like 700 to 800 calories, a slice of mud cake without cream or anything like that. And so that's what just a heads up there, like, if you're like, oh, I can fit anything in my diet, cake, pastries, they're going to be harder because there's always different estimates. I mean, you can look it up, but fuck, they are tough when it comes to tracking. So that's all my little warning is. But apart from that, I highly suggest you do track your calories, so that gives you power. So you have understanding about how much you're eating during the day, about how junk foods are made up of protein, carbs and fats, just like healthy food is made of protein, carbs, and fats. And it's also going to take that feeling of guilt away from you. Like, oh, I ate this piece of chocolate. Oh, actually didn't do anything. Or, oh, I went over my calories by 200 instead of thinking you've just ruined your fucking diet for the week. It puts things into perspective. It makes you feel more comfortable. It makes you realize that you didn't fuck up and that you're still on track. You still feel good. You still can keep going on with your weight loss and you haven't ruined all of your progress. So give it a go. Go into the App Store, download MyFitnessPal or something else, and just start tracking your food to get an idea. And like I say, you don't remember it forever. It just gives you awareness. Do it for a couple of weeks, get used to it, and decide if you want to stick to it or not. I mean, I've been in the quote-unquote weight loss game for 8 years now, and I still use it on and off. I usually just set up my week, because I eat the same foods roughly every day. So I'll set up my week, I know I'm going to be having every single day. And you can do something around similar. And if you have any questions about that, about tracking, about any of that stuff, always feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Tyson the Trainer with 2 R's. And that is it, my friends. I'll speak to you next time.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're gonna help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download the free guide, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.